Hello, everyone. My name is Kazuhiro Numasawa, Chief Investment Officer from African Bank. Thank you so much, Rupert and AFSIC team, for inviting me this excellent event today. And I'm very much happy to share my presentation with the audience and participants together. And I'll share also my contact information at the end of a presentation. And so please feel free to contact me for discussions and potential collaborations. And let me share with you my presentation. So my presentation will cover a snapshot of our organization and outline in those three areas, FDB's investment in Africa and ESG and impact and collaboration opportunities. Let me start describing briefly about our organization. So African Bank, as of 2021, this is kind of key snapshot. Last year, 2020, we managed to increase our capital commitment, and also its capital is going to increase up to 207 million, about 125% increase, thanks to our shareholders' commitment. And for financial metrics, we are AAA rated agency. We dispersed about $20 billion over the last 3 years. And 50 billion asset size we have. And we have 81 member countries, comprising 54 African countries and 27 non-African countries. We have, roughly speaking, 2,000 employees all over Africa across 33 country offices, and also including our headquarters in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. And I'll explain to you a few other points, the financials. Historically, so the African Bank's balance sheet increased from $35 billion in 2015 and to $50 billion by 2020, including loans, investments. Mostly those are combined public sector loans and as well as private sector loans. And also we have investments, financial securities, and also investments in equities as well. Where do we invest? So we have high fives, those 5 key thematic areas as our focus. On the left side, light up and power Africa, energy sector, and feed Africa, agriculture, food industries, and industrialization, manufacturing sectors, and integrate Africa, cross-border infrastructure projects, and also the healthcare, social sectors. And we provide a wide range of financial and non-financial products, lending instruments and guarantees and equity, and also risk management products for FX management and trade finance and technical assistance. And also we finance together with our sister institutions. On the left side, the bar chart represents our historical disbursement in the unit of accounts, and so which is quite similar to the SDR. So about the 1 UA unit of account is the equivalent of 1.4 US dollars. And so last year, 2020, we dispersed about 5 billion UA, meaning about 7 billion US dollars we dispersed against providing counter-cyclical role against the COVID-19 impact in Africa. So on your right side, the composition of sector distributions of our investment portfolio, and we have very much well-diversified investment portfolio. So ESG and impact. So we do care about the environmental, social governance, and as well as the development impact. And I would like to share the snapshot or key summary, what we do. And so this is showing the linkage between SDGs and also our high fives. So we developed our framework or key thematic areas aligned with the SDGs, and so that each single investment that we do in Africa contribute to the SDG. And very recently, United Nations Secretary General made an official statement commending the African Bank's commitment for the climate adaptation. And we officially and also seriously committed to invest in a climate change as well as a climate adaptation challenges in the context of Africa. So African Bank's ESG comprise environment, social governance, and as you can see, it's quite elaborated and quite comprehensive. Over the last decades, we we continued improving our policies and procedures, how to manage ourselves internally, as well as how we manage our investments, so that our investee companies and as well as private equity investments that we do also align and comply with our very rigorous ESG requirements. So we have climate change action plan and so climate change policy, and also the guidelines, integrated safeguard systems, and also we publish on our website the guidance materials that you can download and see how we implement those action plans into our investments. And we also develop our agenda mainstreaming the framework and policy, and we also developed our gender equality index across selected African countries, and we have eligibility and monitoring parameters each one of our investments through our development outcome framework, such as private sector development impact, or job creation, government tax contribution, infrastructure capacity enhancement, or social benefits. And those parameters have subcomponents, and a lot of detailed information are captured from each investment in our investment portfolio. And the governance is also very important. That internally, we also have integrity and anti-corruption policy, but at the same time, we also apply our integrity due diligence policy for all the investments that we do. So we carefully analyze the KYC, shareholders, members, and from ethics point of view, and also social and integrated point of view. These are just the key summaries or samples of parameters that we aggregate institutional level. For example, the energy sector, we monitor and track how many people we could benefit by providing electricity connections, and how many kilometers of transmission or distribution lines we constructed, and how many megawatts we could generate through our investments, and out of which how many megawatts we produced from renewable energy. And for agriculture sector and food industries, we also monitor how many people we could impact on, farmers, women, and how by providing agriculture enhancement technologies such as irrigation, better irrigation systems, and or by providing fertilizer or improved seeds to benefit the agriculture production on the continent. So where are the opportunities that we can cooperate with you, all the participants, and also investors, and all the different players for the continent? From our perspective, there are several areas for collaboration. For companies looking for funding or non-funding support from African Bank, we can provide various financial products, as well as risk mitigation products, and also the knowledge and providing the network of our institution. And also for co-investors and financiers, we can share those investment opportunities or structure together and also syndicate those investments. And we also sit on the advisory board a number of private equity investments, and we can collaborate with the other investors as LPs. For the advisory firms, who is also helping the companies to structure the projects, we also provide our inputs to advisory firms to make those projects more bankable, or providing our market knowledge by leveraging our country offices and also the network of experts on the ground. And also we mobilize other investors to support advisory firms. Sometimes some of the projects are not eligible for investments, but we can refer to other investors who may have a different investment appetites. And also for the asset management companies or institutional investors, given that we are leading the ESG and impact investment in Africa, we can share our best practices, and also how we integrated our ESG into our investment decision making processes, and how we monitor this impact. And of course, we issue the green bonds, the social bonds, and those financial institutions and institutional investors can support by investing those new asset classes. We are trying to expand the new asset class by issuing those SDG-linked or green bonds and social bonds for Africa. Thank you so much for your attention. and I look forward to collaborating with you. Please feel free to contact me. This is my contact information. And thank you so much for your attention, and stay safe and have a good day.